So this is an Adria Adora 612DT. It's going to take you around the van and show you how it operates. Front of the van, you've got the hitch, jockey wheel and handbrake. We'll take you through this in person here on site. Front locker. You have your gas bottle tie downs and your gas regulator on the bulkhead. We do have the pipe work available here on site should you need any of that at all. Front of the van on either side, we've got the wind down legs to stabilise the caravan. They actually come through from a 45-degree angle at the front of the van, and that's the same on both sides. And on the rear of the caravan, we have the wind down legs that come through from the back, which I'll show you in a second when we get around to the back of the van. They are just there for stabilising the caravan, not lifting the caravan. If you lift the caravan with these, it could actually potentially damage the floor of the caravan. Battery locker on the side of the van. You've got your two battery connections and your mains power lead coming into the side of the van. You've then got your water pump connection, which simply pull back the blue trigger and push it into the side of the van and release, and then drop your pump into the aqua roller itself. You've then got your heating and hot water flue. Pull the cover off. That's essentially the gas flue for the caravan. So you need to make sure that cover is off prior to igniting anything on gas inside the caravan. Then coming down the side of the van, you've got the motor mover and wheel nuts. We'll demonstrate the motor mover to you here while you're on site, and we'll also torque the wheel nuts. On the rear of the caravan, you have your toilet locker, toilet flush tank, or toilet locker, sorry. You have a flush tank that you can pull out here. Take the cap off and you'll put 3.5 litres of water in there and a cap full of the pink fluid prior to use. Then at the bottom, you have your toilet waste cassette. Toilet waste cassette, you'll simply pull up the green handle and pull it towards you. The neck here turns out so you can tip the waste away. And on the back of the cassette, you have a green pressure relief button so you can tip the waste away without it spitting and splattering back at you. You need to put 1 litre of water in there and a cap full of the blue fluid prior to use. On the rear of the caravan on either side, you've got the two wind down legs to stabilise the caravan, and like I said, you'd never lift the caravan with these legs. On the side of the van, you have your storage locker to access it underneath the bed at the rear. You can also lift the bed up so you can access the storage through there. 2 vents on the side of the caravan are for the fridge system to allow hot air at the back of the fridge unit and also take some cool air in. And behind one of those is also a gas flue for when you're running the fridge on gas. Front of the van, you have a wet storage locker, so essentially any wet items you got, you can put them in there to stow away, and you've also got a 3-pin socket so you can run power out to your awning. Barbecue gas point is on the front left-hand side as well, front left-hand side of the van, and you'll need a brass connector that pushes into place, and you need to open up the gas supply by turning the red valve 90 degrees. Go inside the van now. So inside of the van, you have your main control panel, which is just on this side of the van here. You need to make sure you've got the voltmeter turned on and also the water pump turned on. So that is your main controls for the caravan. The green light here indicates that the water pump is on and will run. Above that, you've got the voltmeter for the caravan itself. On the opposite side of the van, you've got 3 switches for your lighting internally inside the caravan. Now, to fill the water system up on this particular caravan, which is the first thing you're going to do, you're going to need to come underneath the seat on the front right-hand side of the van. Underneath here, you'll find the yellow drain-down valve. The yellow drain-down valve needs to be parallel with the floor before you fill the water system up. If that valve is upright and pointing towards the bottom of the seat, all of the water inside of the caravan will drain straight back out onto the floor underneath. So parallel with the floor before you fill the water system up. We'll then come over to all the taps on board the caravan. So that's the tap on the kitchen sink, the tap on the shower, and the tap on the sink in the washroom. You'll open them all up on the hot side, and then the water system will start filling up once you turn the water pump on. So the water pump will be on here. So you've got the switch on the end, you need to turn it on, and that will start drawing the water up inside the caravan. Once the water system's full, you'll have water running continuously out of every tap on board the caravan, and at that point you can shut all of the taps off and the water system will be filled. To run the water system on electric water heating, on the end of the cabinet here, on the front right hand side of the van, you've got your electric switch. So when you turn that switch on, the water system will warm up on electric. If you want to run the water system on gas, you can also do that on the valve on the left, or with the dial on the left hand side. You need to make sure the gas bottle's turned on in the front locker, spin the grey outer dial round to the flame symbol, and the green light will appear. The green light is essentially your pilot light for the water system. If a red light appears in there, then it has actually failed to ignite. When it's on gas, you can control the water temperature between 30 and 70 degrees of water temperature. We do also advise that you use the gas system as a boost for when you are showering on board the caravan. The electric system on its own won't be enough to power the boost system on the van for the showering. Turn the gas supply off, you spin it back to the off position, and that will be the gas isolated to the water heater. Next up, we go to the heating on board the caravan. Now, the heating on this particular caravan runs on gas only, which is quite common with the Adria caravan. You have the dial here on the right hand side of the top of the heater. You spin it round to between 10 and 9. Hold down the gas valve, and when it ignites in the window down the front of the heater, you'll have your pilot light. Once that pilot light is there, you'll hold down the gas valve for a further 5 to 10 seconds, then slowly release the gas valve, and then check again to make sure the pilot light is still on. You can control the heat of the heater on the dial on top between 1 and 10. With the gas heating, you can also use blown air. So you'll see the different vents around the caravan in the bottom of the cabinets, and they are actually allowed to allow the blown air heating to blow through the caravan. So you've got a dial on the left hand side of the heater. You've got your fan speed on top of the heater itself. You've got a wave symbol just here, which is your continuous blown air. So essentially, if you want blown air heating, you'll turn the heating on this side. You'll put the wave symbol to the wave here. Also, you put the switch over to the wave symbol, and that will give you the blown air heating. And like I said, you can control the fan speed on the dial on top. The dot in the centre is going to indicate the heat is going to come out the front of the heater, and the A on the right hand side is basically a thermostatic blown air, so it cuts in and out with the thermostat on board the van, and you can still control the fan speed of that with the dial on top. Next up, we're going to go to the fridge system. Very simple to use again. On the front of the fridge, you have your power button just here. So we'll turn the fridge off first. You can turn the fridge on by pressing the power button once it loads up. So we're going to go over onto mains first. So then you've got your mains power, and the blue light at the bottom indicates it is working as it should. If it flashes blue, then the system and then there's you either got no power coming into the caravan, or there may be an issue with the fridge. Press the button again, and you can go to 12 volt mode. So essentially 12 volt mode will run from the car you are towing with. Now, as you can see, we have no car connected at the front of the caravan at the moment, hence why the blue light is flashing away. If you connect it to the car, then it will just work as a cool box, the fridge, and you don't need to have any other power switches turned on. Gas, again, as long as you've got the gas turned on, it will self-ignite on gas when you turn it onto the gas mode. And if it fails to ignite, it will flash the blue light at you at the bottom, because that is essentially your pilot light on the gas system. If that is a solid blue light, then in theory, the fridge should be lit and running as it should do. On mains power or gas, you can control the fridge temperature on the button on the right hand side, and you simply just press the button and it turns up the fridge temperature or turns the fridge temperature down. Hob, grill and oven all work very much the same as your household appliances, no differences at all there. Going into the bathroom now, or the toilet room, sorry, shower room. The toilet system is very easy to use on this particular caravan. You have your waste handle, so you open up the waste flap to allow the toilet waste to go in the cassette underneath the van. You have your flush button to allow the toilet to flush, which then again, when you open up the flap, goes down inside the cassette. Obviously, when you are showering, I would advise you shut the lid down on the loo, just so it doesn't allow water to go down inside the cassette and fill it up without it actually being used. And on the side of the toilet cassette, on the side of the toilet, you have this red light that will appear here when the toilet waste cassette is completely full. So that is the Adria Adora 612 DT. If you have any further questions on the caravan, please don't hesitate to give us a call here at the Caravan Company, and we'll be more than happy to help. We appreciate the business, and we look forward to seeing you here on site soon when you collect the caravan. Thank you for now. Bye bye.